You see here some of our great contractors right there doing a walk around. They don't want to be on camera.
I'll need a release form from you guys.
Okay, welcome back. Tutorial Tuesday. We're doing a walkthrough of a project that we have going on in Brighton. And from start to finish, I just kind of want to walk you through about the actual process itself. A lot of people get overwhelmed with the details, the contractors, managing the contractors. We don't have a perfect process, but it's a pretty good one. First thing we're going to do is when we walk through the property, we're going to put together a scope of work. And we're going to do a walkthrough with the contractor, show them what we're looking for, and then we're going to put a whole scope of work together. We're going to set up a draw schedule. How the draw schedule is going to work, it's going to be paying them chronologically upon completion. The most important thing I want to tell you from putting these scope of works together, you want to inspect what you expect. Remember that. Inspect what you expect. If you expect your contractors to get done in 5-6 weeks time, whatever your timeline is, you want to be doing, you know, yourself. I'll either come to the job or I'll have my construction manager will come to the job depending on the size of the job. And what they'll do is they'll do a walkthrough to make sure things are being done the right way. So let's take a walk inside and I'll show you what we got going on here. Okay, so we're going to do a quick walk through the house. So again, what you want to do is you put together a scope of work with your contractors. I have all my contractors tape the scope of work right to the wall. When they're done with that line item, they're going to cross it off. This contractor we have on this project is actually great. He's very detail oriented. He will do things the right way. When you're paying your contractors, you want to set it up so you're paying them in stages of completion based upon things that are supposed to be getting done chronologically. I have some contractors that you know, they'll get paid when the paint's done and also when the mechanics are done. So you've got somebody in one room painting while somebody else is doing the plumbing in another room, which, you know, if the drywall's not been finished, that just doesn't make sense. So what you want to do is you want to insist. The first thing they're going to do is they're going to do all the demo. They're then going to do all your rough mechanics, your plumbing, your electric, your HVAC. Once that's been taken care of, along with the carpentry, you want to do it at the same time. Once that's been done, then you're going to see they start putting the drywall up. You can see all your electric's been done, everything's been inspected, everything's passed inspection. You don't want to get into a position where a lot of guys have dealt with is contractors will just ask for money, but they don't really know what they should be paying them based upon what's been done. So if you understand the basics of construction or read a book that tells you the basics of construction, you want to see how things are supposed to be done and how they're supposed to be done in order. And that way you can pay your contractor each draw based upon completion. So you don't get to the end of the job and, you know, there's $1,000 remaining and there's 40% of the work left to be done. So this is, again, inspect what you expect. I prefer to do it a couple times a week. You want to stop at the job. You want to make sure your contractors are competent, but they don't have questions. If they do have basic questions, you want to be able to answer them just so everybody stays on the same page. This is probably a 6 to 7 week job. I think we gave him 2 months. He thinks he can get it done in 6 weeks. I gave him a reward. If it's done earlier, he gets paid a certain dollar value a day because obviously I'll have less carrying costs. So, and especially when you're borrowing hard money and you have taxes, my carrying costs on this property are about $2,000 a month. So, you know, for every day, you're saving about $60 to $75 a day it costs you to carry this property. So if you're focused on that, if you can give your contractor for getting it done, you know, 2 weeks early, you want to give them an extra $40 to $50 a day. That will be an incentive enough for them to be here to get it done on time.
Sometimes things come up.
Sometimes things come up where it's going to slow the job down. This one, we had to move the main stack. We had to replace the water lines. We had a lot of little extra stuff that he didn't account for. I kind of knew it was going to take a little bit longer, so we kind of put that extra 2 weeks in place for a potential hold. Put a good process in place. It should end up well. I know when I first started rehabbing houses, one of the things we didn't do is we would hire the contractors, we'd give them a generalized list of the stuff we wanted done. Now we put together, again, full scope of work. We put the scope of work together, and then we can manage it in stages. So structure, organization, create a good workflow, and in the end, you're going to create a great product with great contractors, and hopefully you get a great reward. There needs to be, you need to hold people accountable. You want to work with your contractors. Sometimes things come up where